Welcome everybody to the 2026 Thursday night Course of Miracles group. Wow, that is so cool. I am Chris Green. This is my lovely wife, the Reverend Reja Joy. Where'd I go?
There you go.
Okay, all right. Um, and we wanted to do this because it's January 1st and it's Thursday, so we get to start with the very beginning, the introduction of the book reading. So that's the assignment tonight is we're going to read the introduction and then we're going to read the Principle of Miracles, the first 1 to 24 if we can get that far. That's
That's paragraphs, not principles,
yeah,
but almost
it's
principles.
it's getting there. So
Mhm.
we'll see how much we can get. Um, for those new on the call, this is a text reading. Uh, if you would like to, we make a reading list before we go into meditation, and when we come out, if you're next on the list, I will call your name and I will give you the number of the paragraph, and then I'll read a few words to make sure you're on the same one. We use the OE version of the text
Original.
of the original
Original
edition,
edition.
the OE, the original edition of the book. And the reason why we do that is we are the publishers of that book. The Jesus,
It's not the only reason.
yeah, what?
It's
What?
not the
Why?
only
Well,
reason.
okay, but
It's
it's
a
a
pretty
pretty
good
good
one. A
one.
good one.
Pretty good one. Yeah. We have boxes and boxes of books in the basement that we mail out when people make orders. Um, so anyway, let's see what else. Uh,
Who wants
okay,
to
so
read?
if you're reading the paragraph, when you're done, you share until you say I'm complete or whatever. We don't debate, so we don't go back and forth, and we definitely don't contradict everybody on this call. This is a safe space for you to say whatever it is, or however this Course of Miracles book relates to you. That's personal to you, and we want you to feel safe that you can say anything you want, no matter what. So, okay, all right.
Take a reading list.
Reading list. If you'd like to read, let me know. And
We either do this or
whoever
like
raised their yeah, whoever
there's
raised their oh, Charles gets to read the introduction.
so
That's gotta be cool.
did Peter is Peter coming? Peter, what did he say? Happy New Year, unable to attend. Oh, Peter's in Maine. He looks like Santa Claus.
Yeah, he does.
But he can't come. Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Well, I'm just gonna start writing down the ones that normally.
And Paula, did you get Paula?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, and you got Kendra?
No, but I do now.
You do now? Okay, got your Kendra, got your Paula, Jaka, you got Jaka?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, got you, Jaka, and we got Paula and anyone else?
Yeah. That might be all we get through.
Hmm. Oh, Russ, put Russ down. Russ is,
Oh, okay. All right.
thanks, Russ.
Yeah, I can do a reading.
All right.
I'll lower the hands here. Okay. Okay, there you go.
And
And
uh I guess if you don't have the same edition that we read from, Joy shares the screen and puts up the paragraph that um well, that's a
Oh,
little
which one did
better.
I shut?
A little too dark, maybe.
Are you sure? I shut off that one. I meant to.
Well, the other one's over here.
I know.
Oh, so you're talking mine. That's a little dark. Yeah, there we go. A little better. Okay, so if you don't have the book and you want to follow along or even read, when Joyce splits the screen, she shares. You got it up somewhere over here, right?
Mhm.
Ready to go?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So now at this time, please mute your microphones so that during meditation we don't get any background noise, stuff that might disrupt the meditation. Joy will
Mhm.
put us in a guided meditation. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, guided meditation, and then she'll
Guided relaxation.
guided relaxation,
And 2 minutes of
and then
silence.
2 minutes of silence. Okay. All right. Go ahead. You think
You think, I know,
after
you know.
7 years, 6 years,
you know.
whatever, after who's counting years, I would have this down pat, but apparently I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll just close our eyes if we feel comfortable doing that. And that brings all the awareness within. And that's the beginning of our time of letting go and surrendering and relaxing. Not many of us, or I know I don't do this during the day. I don't remember, but I could just take a few moments to relax and let go and surrender and stop the crazy thoughts. And so we'll do that now. We do this in the beginning so that we can lessen those surface thoughts, so we can hear the loving thoughts of God, because we already know this course. It's a remembering. And so we're beginning to release the tension we may be holding on to. You can feel your body perhaps letting go of that angst that we hold in our muscles. We begin to relax. It's okay. We're safe. There's nothing we need to do, nowhere we need to go. It's okay to relax completely. Bring your awareness perhaps to the breath. And we just watch the breath for a few moments. The breath can always be a focal point, an anchor for us. It's always there. It's very rhythmic when we relax, like waves rolling into a shore. You can almost hear the waves. You can almost imagine that you're there. Very peaceful place. You could imagine any peaceful place that you choose that helps you to relax, helps you to open your heart to the love and compassion that feeds us. It's a gift we give ourselves and one another. To continue to watch the breath. And we'll just do that breath that helps us to let go of the effects of stress, which has a name, cortisol. So to lessen that substance, we inhale for a short count, whatever count is natural to you. It could be, 3 or 4. Just inhale. And you could notice how many counts, and then exhale twice as long. Very gently. Deepening the relaxation on the exhalation. And continue that way. Just breathing in to a certain count, whatever's natural to you. And then very gently lengthen the exhalation twice as long. And as you do this, you might imagine that as you inhale, you're bringing divine energy in, you're bringing in light and love, or opening to the light and love that is already there. And allow it to flow over your body as you relax. You might imagine that it is forgiveness, forgiving you for what you didn't do, forgiving your misperceptions that are meaningless and have no effect, forgiving your guilt, useless, You are perfect. You are the sinless and guiltless child of God. So we allow that forgiveness to wash over us as we exhale. Inhale divine energy. You might also want to connect with your soul. Something I have been doing recently is there is our soul, eternal soul. For me, it's my guide. And I connect to that, to Reja. And I feel that connection, and it relaxes me, blesses me with grace, strength, support. From this peaceful place, we'll just say a short prayer. Beloved Holy Spirit, we come together now in willingness and humility. We pause and gently lay aside the meanings we have given to what we see. Nothing before our eyes defines us. Nothing we look upon holds the truth of what we are. Help us to recognize that what we see with the body's eyes is not our reality. Let us rest in not knowing and open our minds to your quiet reinterpretation. As we enter this time of silence, we ask only to be shown anew, to see without judgment, to listen without fear, and to remember that meaning comes from you alone. And now, in shared stillness, let us rest together for 2 minutes, allowing all meaning we have given to gently fall away and opening our minds to the peace that remains. And so it is. We'll start our 2-minute meditation now. I will time us and I will bring us out. We'll start now. When you're ready, we'll open our eyes. That was based on our lesson today. Nothing I see in this room means anything.
Okay.
From this place, from this
Right.
window. When
You've got the other introduction queued up,
I
and then I'll
do.
get started.
There we go. Yep. There we go. What?
Oh, all right.
Mhm. And mhm.
Right.
Hey, who starts?
What's
Oh, yeah. It doesn't show, only the green,
right.
but I'll get it out. Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
but we can't.
Oh, do you want to see everybody?
Yeah.
This is what the
gallery
recording will show. This is what the recording will show. Only
we're
some
good,
people.
we're good.
Okay, you're good. All right. There we go.
Oh boy. All right. Okay, we're starting in the beginning of the book, the introduction. Uh, Charles, can you read 1 through 5? I think it would probably be better if we did it in continuity to read the whole introduction. So starts with this is a Course in Miracles.
You want him to read the
Okay.
whole
I got him down
introduction?
for 1 through 5.
Okay.
Alrighty. This is A Course in Miracles. It is a required course. Only the time you take it is voluntary. Free will does not mean that you can establish the curriculum. It means only that you may elect what you want to take at a given time. The course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. The opposite of love is fear. But what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. This course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mhm.
Uh, if I'm going to comment on this, reading this book for about 30 some odd years now, I'm sure a lot of us have been in that case. My idea of what A Course in Miracles is quite drastically changed since I first picked up the book. And removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. The key word to me is awareness of love's presence. My physical self stands between what I think is real and what my awareness would show me. So I love this opening because it's a natural awareness is a natural state of every one of us. It's a natural state of all living things. The plants, animals, birds, everything. Awareness is the state of a natural state of all things. And love's presence is that which is all encompassing. So that really brings home a beautiful way of how this book introduces itself to me. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Charles.
That's really good.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share about that?
It really does sum up what we're doing because the rest of the book is teaching us how to remove the barriers from
To love's presence.
to what?
Love's presence.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
The awareness of love's presence.
mhm.
Yeah.
Because love created you like itself and love is what you are. So, but we got it blocked. So if we can remove the where, we
Yep.
block it with what all kinds of silly stuff, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
misperceptions about who we are and what everything is all about.
Yeah.
But you know what I love? The all-encompassing part, because I love, I guess, mm, complete things or full things or all things, unity and
Sure.
communion and all that. So when it says the opposite of love is fear, but what is all encompassing can't have an opposite. So it negates
Right.
that although we make fear quite real,
Real.
but
Yeah.
what is all encompassing can have no opposite. That's a beautiful
And
thought.
as we get into this
Yeah.
book, that teaches us how to realize that. And this is a pretty cool book. Uh I didn't know of this book until I met Joy, and uh so that was this was quite a I had heard somebody mention it once, but then as I started to read this book, when Joy and I first got together, we would go to course readings and stuff like that. So um, my story is that I had, I was into my 50s before I saw the book, so I had questions that I couldn't come up, that I didn't have answers, and then I would have answers to questions I didn't know. And it just seemed to me like this really kind of dovetailed stuff together where I could understand what it was that I was struggling with and understand what it was that I understood and just realized that um, there really isn't anything other than the unconditional love of God. And once we come to that realization, once we can make that our life every second of the day,
Mm.
which that's the part where we come back every Thursday night because we can't quite make it every second of the day. Uh, and we're not required to do sacrifice or penance or evangelize or anything. Um, all I've ever really gotten from it was that you just reflect that love of God to your fellow human beings. So, uh,
Mm.
You will
sure.
find out that Chris always says, "Please save me." That's just because he wants to know that he's loved and lovable, and we all know that he is. So he's just a beautiful character. Now he reminds us he's our savior. So thank you.
Nice, Charles.
I was born on his birthday, but I actually thought he was born on my birthday. So that was kind of a hard year that year when mom had to sit me down and tell me that. So that was kind of tough. You thought you were the center.
Over it though,
I
really.
thought, well, I
That's
don't know.
great.
I did some therapy in my 20s. I don't know. Maybe that was my problem.
Well, maybe every birth is a Christ birth. We just
Yeah,
don't
that's true.
recognize it. Yeah.
That's absolutely true. And funny thing about January 1st, it keeps coming around every year. Oh, couldn't we like skip a year so that, I'd like to be 36 again, but really live 80 years. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway,
Mark.
Mark, go ahead. Is this where I say save me? Save me, Mark.
Good.
No, go ahead, Mark.
I have to chortle a little bit. When I first saw this book, a library was selling some stuff, right? That they wanted to get rid of some books, and the paperback version of this book was being sold. Looked like it was in good condition. I said, "Hey, bet you I can get $5 for that." So I bought the thing for 50 cents, and I look at it. I saw the little numbers and stuff in there, and I says, "Hey, they got this formatted like a Bible or something. This is the most preposterous thing I ever saw in my life." And I couldn't put the stupid thing down. But this opening statement is very powerful. But I'll be darned if I can remember it all the time. It would be nice if I could. That's all. I'm complete.
Well, that's why we invite you here every Thursday, Mark, is so that you can come back and we'll help you remember. Yeah. So,
Really?
And
yeah.
vice versa. Yeah.
And vice and vice
We
versa.
all help one
Uh,
another.
yeah, we all help. No, no, this is all for Mark.
Or all for
Well,
you.
no, all for me. Oh, gee. Oh, no, no, of course not. That's not true. It's for everybody. We open this up every Thursday night. Like I said, we're on our fifth year, I believe it is. We're starting our sixth year. And before that, for at least a dozen years, we were in a brick and mortar twice a week.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
I mean, been a long time that we've sat together with people and read this book and listened to how it affects or how it relates to different people from different walks of life from all over the country. Now it is from all over the country. Before, when it was brick and mortar, it was just the people here in Omaha. But it's interesting how this has expanded. It's just amazing. All right, let's go on to the introduction to miracles. The principles of miracles. Paula, you want to read the first three?
Okay, principles of miracles. First is there is no order of difficulty among miracles. One is not harder or bigger than another. They are all the same. All expressions of love are maximal. The second principle is miracles as such do not matter. The only thing that matters is their source, which is far beyond human evaluation. The third is miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. In this sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle.
Mhm.
Oh, that's beautiful. The first, let me see what's going on here. Uh, the first miracle principles, there is no order of difficulty among miracles, is we just have to be open to receive them.
Mhm.
And there really is no order of difficulty. And I mean, and the only way you can actually get that is to experience it. And I certainly have experienced many, many miracles.
Hmm.
It's really having faith, but that is the truth. I'm complete.
Mm.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Paula. I mean, growing up, we thought a miracle was, parting the Red Sea,
Well, no, people still,
walking on water.
that's not, I mean, people still feel like that's what this book's about. I mean, really, I have talked to people who they wanted, it's sort of like they wanted a miracle. They wanted a miracle healing, actually, physical healing, and came to the book for that, but they'll receive so much more,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that's true. Yeah.
on Charles.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I came to the book was coming out of the Christian era, and now I can do miracles like Jesus did, you know? And I realized that it says miracles as such do not matter. They don't matter, really? And I've come to realize that the miracle is just a revealing of the source. It's just a revealing of God's love. It's a revealing of that what we share together as one. And so the miracle is just a door, an opening of a door to a new way of life.
Hmm.
You know, it's no longer laying on of hands and healing bodies. It's just loving them exactly as they are, where they're at, and being thankful for our relationship together with God's love. You know, I mean, many ministers and people have helped people find help and find comfort in times of stress. But it was the miracle was the love that they shared that made the big difference. So, you know, it's not about looking for someone who can do all these wonderful, amazing tricks, but the ordinary person who can truly be a door to God's love for each and every one of us.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And we never know when we're doing it. We can perform miracles and not know it.
Mhm.
Which is cool. Which is cool. I think it's cool because that way I don't have to keep count. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
You know what you say. You can count on me, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that counting on you?
Yeah, that's counting on me.
Okay.
All right, who's gonna save me now?
Russ.
Oh, Russ, go ahead. Okay, all right, Jacob, you're up next.
Yeah, so I'm still pretty new to the course here. I've been throughout the years a dabbler of the course, and so I've never read this book from cover to cover in the past, and so that's one of my goals for 2026 is to go through this whole book. But it seems to me that one of the key words in this book is the word love, and was discussed in the introduction that we had just read, and this part where it says they are all the same, or what is it, miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. In this sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle. And so, that's kind of what I'm equating the miracles to as acts of love or expressions of love. And they can appear in different forms. But I think the one thing I really wanted to share was, when we found principle number 1, where it says there is no order of difficulty among miracles. One is not harder or bigger than another. They are all the same. And I wrote down in my journal, miracles are an equal opportunity employer. So that's
Excellent.
so thank you.
That was good. That is good.
No one excluded and
No,
nothing
no.
excluded. Nothing's too
Yeah.
hard or
Yeah, it's really like I said, you can be performing miracles and not even know it. So let's see. All right, Jacob, can you read 4 through 6?
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get this. Doop, doop, doop. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All miracles mean life, and God is the giver of life. His voice will direct you very specifically. You will be told all you need to know. Miracles are habits and should be involuntary. They should not be under conscious control. Consciously selected miracles can be misguided.
Hmm.
Miracles are natural, and when they do not occur, something has gone wrong. To be honest, the most confusing thing about the Course in Miracles is what they mean by miracles. And reading this doesn't clear it up for me, unfortunately. Absolutely brutally honest. I keep trying to translate it into other ways that might be able to get into my mind and soul to really truly understand what he's talking about here. But I know in my life when I have loved, and I don't know how spontaneous it was, but when I have brought love to a situation, and Joy can contest to this because I've shared my situations over our life together. When love changed a stressful or untenable situation miraculously, so to speak, is when I knew that that was what the Course was talking about.
Hmm.
But sometimes when they put it in words like these, it's really hard for me to get the meaning. All miracles mean life, and God is the giver of life. His voice will direct you very specifically. You will be told all you need to know. I think it possibly that's when we get quiet and can join with our consciousness, our divine consciousness. That's possibly when those messages could come through. Miracles are habits and should be involuntary. That I don't get because I always think that because we're in this 3D and it's so confusing and we have a mind and body to deal with and disconnect from, it's really hard to have something come to you involuntarily as far as doing the right thing or seeing with right perspective. So miracles are habits and should be involuntary. I think if I put the should in italics, it'll make sense to me. Of course, they should be involuntary because we should be loving each other and loving ourselves and realizing that we are loved. They should not be under conscious control. Again, I agree if they're not saying that happens all the time. They should be not under conscious control. And consciously selected miracles can be misguided. So that if anyone can help me out on that, I don't get that. Consciously selected miracles can be misguided. Maybe that's when you want to be a good guy and you do something and it's against everything you believe in and you're not really behind it, but you do it just to be a good Samaritan or something, and you don't have your heart in it or your soul. Maybe that's what they mean. I do not know. Okay.
Hey, Jake.
And then miracles are natural. Well, love is natural. Love is natural if we're in our right minds and soul and being. Yeah. And when they do not occur, something has gone wrong. So I guess he's saying, in this incarnation, we should, if we are in tune with our loving being, our loving consciousness, if we are in tune with it, we will always function in a loving way. And when we get caught up in the varsity of this reality and forget who we are and forget that, yeah, when we forget, then that could be, things can go awry.
Yeah.
I'm complete.
Thank you. Jake, thanks for asking that because I'm going to share something here. This is, and I want to let Russ know. Russ, are you on our daily lesson mailing list?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Because that way you will have read the whole text by the end of the year, right? And the manual.
Yes, I did print out a copy of your study guide also. So that's
good. Oh, good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm sharing is you
The latest, greatest, right? Because we had.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
I made it bigger and.
Well, then it was 2025.
Well, no, that's different. Yeah.
Oh,
it's in a different place.
Oh,
it's in a different place.
All right.
This is tomorrow's on the screen there. And I think it did a really good job of explaining because it says, miracles are a means of organizing different levels of consciousness. And if you look at that picture, I don't know if you can see it, at the very top is revelation, and it says super consciousness. That's at the top. And then it has conscious mind, and it has, there's impulse, and that goes toward insight, but then there's downward impulse, and there's miracles and the subconscious. I don't know, but what it says is miracles come from the below or subconscious level. Revelations come from the above or superconscious level. The conscious level is in between. Excuse me. And reacts to either sub or superconscious impulses in varying ratios. Consciousness is the level which engages in the world and is capable of responding to both. But actually, hold on, because that goes on.
You want to drink water?
Yeah. Huh. It says, see right here, having no impulses from itself and being primarily a mechanism for inducing response, it can be very wrong. And I got a kick out of that. Consciousness, it's in the middle. It's reacting, I don't know. Consciousness is different, I think, from mind with a capital M, I believe. It must be, right? Right, Jacob? Do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's heady, and who needs it? I mean, I don't need heady stuff. I need hard stuff. I'm gonna, I'm gonna let, thanks, honey. I'm gonna let Charles talk.
I was quite enjoying that. Thanks. That was really nice. Um, there's two natural things that no one ever taught us. It's just naturally part of our makeup as beings. And one is our awareness. We're aware beings. And the second is attention. And wherever we give attention to, we give life to. And when it says all miracles mean life and God is the giver of life, and we give attention to anything, we give it life. And one of the reasons is because we're very selective in what we give attention to. That's why they shouldn't be consciously controlled, because otherwise we'd be very selective in where we give our attention. But as we learn forgiveness, as this book does in the lessons, it teaches us to release our fear of where to give our attention, knowing that God's love is everywhere. It's all encompassing. But to experience that is truly know the meaning of life itself. And God is the giver of that life everywhere and in everyone and everything. But his voice, which is the Holy Spirit, according to the Course, as we go on into difference, will direct you specifically. And I love that. Each of us internally has our own personal teacher inside us. And as we surrender to that one teacher, then we can let go of the idea of looking for that ideal person to teach us. Because within us is that ideal teacher given each and every one of us.
Mm.
It says miracles are habits and should be done involuntarily. As we get in the habit of asking, get in the habit of doing the lessons and discovering this teacher and become more habit in our ways of, then we find out we're being led, we're being directed. Then we could do the last lesson of the Course of Miracles. I would step back and let him lead the way. So as we start to see that it's just a natural existence of whatever gives rise to everything comes from love. But I like to think of the two natural things that consciousness equals awareness and attention. And those two things, wherever we give our attention and awareness to, that's why I love what you shared there. We can give our attention and awareness to the subconscious, or we can give our attention to the awareness of the higher consciousness. But awareness is that which is in between and attention.
Wow.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Cool.
where we give our attention and awareness to determines our experience that we have.
It sure does.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Paula, go ahead. Do you have a share?
When it comes to miracles, it seems to me we don't do them, first of all. We do not do them. We don't know how they should turn out or what they should be. I have no idea. All I know is I need one. When I'm in trouble, I know I need a miracle. I don't know what it is. And it's the expectation, it's that Charles used the word awareness. That seems to me to be it's an awareness of how and when it happens. And I'm always just stunned by it. I mean, I have no control over it whatsoever. All I know is I need it. I don't know what it is, but God knows, and it's going to be perfect. It's going to be the perfect outcome. A lot, it takes a lot of trust, I think.
Mhm.
I'm complete.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Mhm.
trust.
Thanks.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it does.
Um, let's see. All right. Um, Kendra, can you read 7 through 9?
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sounds great. Loud, clear.
7, miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. 8, miracles are a form of healing. They supply a lack, and they are performed by those who temporarily have more for those who temporarily have less. 9, miracles are a kind of exchange. Like all expressions of love, which are always miraculous in the true sense, the exchange reverses the physical laws. They bring more love both to the giver and the receiver.
There it is.
Mhm.
There it is.
Yeah, and I think the Course emphasizes that over and over again, that reversal of our thinking of when we are giving, we are actually receiving, and you're not losing something when you give, which is undoing everything we've ever thought in our regular world. Let's see. The part where it says that purification is necessary first, I think my interpretation of that, and I will say my backstory is I found this course through Eckhart Tolle. He mentions it frequently, and I had 20 plus years as an atheist, and it's like, what is he talking about? And I got this book, and you would think that everything in it would turn me off, and everything in my DNA knew that it was true. Like this is just the truth. And so sometimes I translate what it says into Eckhart Tolle's language. I think that was a soft landing pad for me to get to it. But I would almost think suffering, like once someone's suffered enough, then they're able to recognize miracles and accept miracles. At least that's what has been my personal experience. So, yeah, that's it. I'm complete.
Cool. Thank you. You have a Christmas baby?
Yes, I have 2 sons adopted from Haiti, and the youngest was
Oh.
Christmas baby.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's cool.
That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
I want to mention purification because, and I need to ask Lori Cameron. She is the facilitator for the morning conference call, lesson conference call. And, right. And I don't know if you recall, Charles, but, Lori, you know, spoke about that purification and it was so wonderful. And I believe, if I can remember it, it was really getting rid of guilt because guilt will sully everything and it won't allow you to have a shift in perception or accept the love of God or express the love of God if you're feeling guilty. And I think purification is getting rid of that guilt or any sense, right? Yes.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Would
Yeah.
that be fear?
Forgive. To forgive means to see what is real. And what's real about you is that you're beautiful. Just in this moment, in the twinkling of an eye, you can erase the past because it doesn't only love remains. He said, of your past, only love is going to remain. Everything else goes back into the nothingness. So, okay, I was an egomaniac, earlier, but that's goes back into the nothingness because what's real is the love that I am and that always will be. And so I can accept forgiveness now. I don't have to. That's accepting the atonement is being absolved of what
Yeah.
doesn't matter and you didn't do. And I think I'm
Yep.
repeating myself there. But anyway,
No, I think that's about right. Number 9, that's that part where it says they bring more love both to the giver and the receiver.
mhm.
And and Kendra kind of touched on this. We we were all brought up that it's better to give than to receive. And that's just really not a true statement. It's not. Because
Yeah.
it's just, if it's always just an ebb and flow anyway. So I mean, if you're giving, you're always receiving somehow, and vice versa. If you and I've always felt that the people that I've known in my life,
Mm,
you're an exception to the rule, but
mm,
uh, people have a hard time accepting love.
mhm.
I mean, it's
Receiving it, being in receiving.
receiving it,
Mhm.
receiving it. They think, even in even in the mass where it says, "Lord, I am not worthy to receive you," it's just like I'm such a dirtbag. How would I possibly accept the love of God?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so that's just not there. I mean, it's not there for me anymore. I don't
Mhm.
feel that anymore. And I accept the love of God,
Mhm.
and it lets me pass it on, pay it forward, whatever you want to call
You know what it was cute in the course? It says the cost of giving is receiving. Isn't
it.
that
Who knew? Oh no, I just jumped into a Walmart commercial. Who
Oh,
knew?
yeah, right. Well,
Go ahead, Mark.
have.
Save me, please.
Uh, what Reverend Joy said about removal of guilt, I experienced that the purification is necessary first. So I mean, I'm not sure if this classifies as a revelation or a miracle. For the giver, it was a miracle. For me, it was a revelation. To make a long story short, I was, at a certain place, and I received a pamphlet from somebody in a train station. I was looking at it, and I think it was from Christian Scientist or something.
Mm.
And I mentioned to this guy, he says, "Hey, look at this. Yeah, these nice people down at the train station gave me this reading material." He goes, "Oh, yeah, yeah, they're Christian Scientists. My mom doesn't like them." And I shrugged my shoulders and I says, "Yeah, so what? You know?" And then as I walk past him and I'm walking up the stairs, the revelation came that, yes, indeed, Jesus Christ was my Lord and Savior. Joy came over me like I never had before and never had again. And it was very complete, all fears were completely, although temporarily removed. And so I go running back down the stairs and I give the guy a hug, right? I says,
Oh.
you don't know you don't know what you did for you. He goes, "You're right. I don't know what did I do. This is how I know it's unconscious." For him, it was quite unconscious, right? I mean, he didn't know what he said. He was just, say, "Oh yeah, by the way," kind of thing. Yeah, because we were friends and buddies. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. But the purification part was necessary. In my case, I had a habit that was causing me guilt that I had to stop doing. And I just, it's not like I said, I got to stop this. I said, I don't think God wants me to do this, so I think I'll stop. And the other part of this, the guilt part was, I did some stuff in my past. There was stuff in my past that I felt bad about, and I never atoned for it, or I never made amends for it. And I started making some amends for some of the things that, were long forgotten. And that was the purification, right? The getting rid of guilt. So that's what I experienced.
Hmm.
That, before this incident occurred, I started the process of cleansing, purification, or as we say in my circles, cleaning house.
Cool. Thanks,
Uncle
Mark.
Pete.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, honey.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, little sister. Oh, wait. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Older sister.
No, younger sister. I'm older. I'm the top twin.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Right, Jacob?
Like
By,
4 minutes.
by
Yeah.
4 minutes.
Okay.
Wow. How did
What
I fall into that? All right, go ahead, Jake.
what Joy was saying was more in light of what I was thinking as well. To get back to, if we can remember what we were talking about, but I think there is this. I always find this divide when people when I am talking about forgiving myself or getting it right, or I think what I fall back on is that I am divine loving consciousness, and a lot of people won't go there, and I am never there. I constantly do not have this awareness in my mind, but as divine loving consciousness, I I am not the body and mind, but I am aware of the body and mind, and as divine loving consciousness, I am an observer of the body and mind and the world. But as an observer, I can also function with this body and mind, with love, and bring miracles to the world.
Mhm.
But there is, I am loath. I I am loath to keep that consciousness for more than a nanosecond because it goes against everything that I have ever. How about that? It goes against everything that we've ever been taught. It goes against the way we're even thinking now that, gee, I'm bad, I've got to atone, I've got to do this, you know, when really that that doesn't that isn't our experience in a strange way. You see what I mean?
Yep.
It's so hard to describe. But if you hold in your awareness that you are your body, your mind, this world is an appearance within divine consciousness, it puts it in a really interesting perspective. And it's not like you're losing responsibility. I mean, things are going
We
to
take on
happen, but
more.
the, the more the more in um, the more in line you are with this divine consciousness, the more I think you'll see what's really going on in every given moment. It's just not easy in this. That's why they say this incarnation is the hardest of all the incarnations anywhere ever. And it's very, very difficult to live in this situation. But I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
I'm
Helen.
complete.
That's cool.
Mhm. Who had their hand up? Oh, welcome, Reverend Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good to see
Hey.
you. Missed you. Love you.
Charles
Okay,
had
yeah,
his hand up for
yeah, I had my hand up, but I got so much interest in what was being shared. What come to my mind was Ram Dass. A lot of people here know Ram Dass. And he was a great spiritual teacher. He spoke about be here now, love. And then he was so beautiful in giving love. I mean, constantly giving love. Then God gave him a stroke where he couldn't speak and hardly, he had to relearn everything again.
Mhm.
But he mentioned that a stroke was a way of him receiving love. He was never really open to receive it.
Hmm.
He was so focused on the giving of it, the helping, that the receiving of it, to make him so his words couldn't teach anymore. He wasn't seen as a teacher, but as a one who was a patient who receives the love. And patience is when people are struggling, for us to be a patient with them and to be patient with them and to receive love with them, not for them, but with them. What a beautiful way of demonstrating what being receiving the love can be truly helpful for those who are struggling.
Hmm.
Because we receive love with them, then the miracle is obviously not ours, but it's just that we desire for that experience to occur.
Hmm.
Our desire really wants a shared love to raise us both up from the struggle.
Mhm.
So I thought that's important for purification because some people figure, oh, I have to go purify myself, so I'll come back later and give love. No, it's just a desire for the love to be experienced as a shared way of being.
Excellent.
It's not something that we do for another. It's just something that we desire to share with I thought that's important because purification will happen with the Course in Miracles as you do the lessons, or with Rupert Spire or with Muji or whatever course you decide to take. As we step aside and learn to receive the love and the guidance, then that will bring us those who can really help us to receive more of that.
Excellent.
You know. Anyways, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Charles. That's really good.
Paula.
Okay, Paula. And then Russ, you're up.
I'd just like Charles to clarify why he thought God gave him a stroke. God gave Ramdas a stroke. I can't imagine that.
That's what he mentioned it afterwards in one of his books.
Right. Yeah,
That
that's
it
not,
was
yeah, that, yeah.
Right.
God stroke him with love.
Oh,
was-
but God didn't give him a stroke.
No, I'm sorry, no, but God stroke him with love. In other words,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
it's just
Thank
that
you.
he was so much into the giving aspect of love. He was well loved everywhere, but he was so up there, right? He was so up there that, you know, he really needed to experience the receiving of it.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes we put people on pedestals and for some reason they can uh, think that they're godlike. And humility hits them. A lot of leaders have big falls
Hmm.
because of they keep to hide things that they don't want people to know about.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sort of idea. And when you have a stroke and people caring for you, there's nothing hidden there. You're just totally vulnerable and open to everything.
Yeah.
Though we don't have to go through strokes to be that way.
No.
You know. Yeah. Thank God for the course. Thank you.
You know what I'm reminded of is all things are lessons God would have me learn. So it's
Yeah.
everything that comes that we experience, that comes into our experience, you know, is an opportunity to learn.
Didn't Timothy O'Leary take care of him the last 3 or 4 years of his life? Or
I don't
I thought they lived together in Hawaii.
know. I know he was
Could have
in
been,
Hawaii,
yeah.
but I don't know about Timothy Leary. I think he had already passed.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
But
All right.
okay,
Uh,
here we go.
Russ, can you read 10 through 12 of the miracles or the principles?
Yes. Okay. Principle 10. The use of miracles as spectacles to induce belief is wrong, or better, is a misunderstanding of their purpose. They are really used for and by believers. 11. Prayer is the medium of miracles. Prayer is the natural communication of the created with the creator. Through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. 12. Miracles are thoughts. Thoughts can represent lower order or higher order reality. This is the basic distinction between intellectualizing and thinking. One makes the physical and the other creates the spiritual. And we believe in what we make or create.
Oh.
So that's kind of interesting because this 10 where it says the use of miracles as spectacles to induce belief is wrong, or better, is a misunderstanding of their purpose. And for some reason, like I used to go to those, like at the state fair, they'd have the carnival sideshows, and we'd have like maybe the gorilla woman or whatever, and it was all an illusion. It was fake. It was, and for some reason, I was also thinking about like P.T. Barnum. He was like the master of manipulation. So it was advertising for the man-eating chicken, like, hey everyone, come and see the man-eating chicken, and you know, people would pay money and they'd like remove the curtain, and it was a man eating a chicken leg. So, you know, it was a spectacle. And you know, so the images that I got in my head when I was reading this passage this morning, even, was use miracles as spectacles to induce belief is wrong. And you know, it's like I'm thinking of like Jesus when the first miracle of Jesus, he turned water into wine. It was like where he fed the 5,000, and people are like, "Hey, you know, we want this wine, we want this food," and you know, they were expecting, you know, Jesus to perform this great spectacle of a miracle. So you know, they were doing it for the wrong reasons. They wanted the miracles for the wrong reasons, and um, so yeah, that was part of it. And then number 11 here, where it's talking about prayer, and prayer is the medium of miracles. Prayer is the natural communication of the creator, of the created with the creator. Through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. So, you know, it's interesting because I grew up in the traditional Christian church and everything, and prayer was a huge part of the church. And you know, our pastor would say like, "Hey, go out and pray for people." Or so one person in particular, you know, is a homeless lady in downtown Minneapolis, and I kept getting prompted to pray for this person and maybe give her money or whatever, give her $20 so she could get something to eat. And she was there every day for like several weeks, and that I would see her. And I finally said, I'm going to go pray for this lady. And she wasn't there, but there was a guy there. So I ended up praying for this guy instead. And I did give him the $20 so he could get something to eat. But yes, it's kind of that through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. So, you know, like I mentioned earlier, this gift of love, the expressions of love that we can give one another through the course and through forgiveness. So yeah, that's kind of was on my mind, and I'm complete.
Oh, thanks, Russ. That's great. Yeah, when I travel, I used to uh I used to, you know, if there was somebody looking for, you know, something to eat, I'd give them some money. And some of the people that I worked for said, why do you do that? You just know that they're going to spend it on drugs. And I'm going like, no, I don't. I'm thinking they're going to go get something to eat. And if they did spend it on drugs, isn't that on them? I mean, it's not like I'm feeding their addiction. If that's what they choose to do with that money, then I have no control over that. I'm not gonna, I mean, could you imagine if somebody, I mean, here's somebody that could really use like a $5 bill to eat some food. And you're going to go like, oh, I can't give it to you. You might use it on drugs. I mean, I just always thought that was a silly reason to not give people, to not share your love. I mean, a $5 bill, if you give that to somebody else that really needs that $5 bill, that's sharing love. That's not giving them a $5 bill. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe it's, you know, once again, I have to remember I have to speak for myself, but you know, after being on the road for 12 years, I did see a lot of people that would have to stand on the corner and ask for money so that they could eat. Uh, do you want to read 13 through 15?
Yeah, I have one comment, and
And then, okay, do your share
I'm
and
gonna-
then do 13 to 15.
okay, I was just hearing.
Oh, you got to read that thing.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we have a Joel Goldsmith New Year's message that we wanted to share. Jacob, my
Well, why don't you read that and then
I think
we'll go to closing.
oh
Do that
yeah,
instead of
you want to do that?
yeah,
Okay, and I have one comment first. You know where it says on, oh, let me look. Hold on. Let me show. Where it says the third one where it says, one makes the well, miracles are thoughts. Thoughts can represent the low order or higher order reality. This is the basic distinction between intellectualizing and thinking. One makes the physical and the other creates the spiritual. And we believe in what we make or create. Now look at that. What we make or create, what we make, what we create. There are some people that say we don't create. We can't create. Only, I don't know, God creates. Who do you think? Who do you think we are? I mean, am I, what this course is teaching us that
Yeah.
we're not the ego. We are the Son of God. We are co-creator. We are thought in the mind of God. We are altogether irreplaceable in the mind of God. And we are definitely co-creators. We can create. So there's proof. It says there, we believe in what we make or create.
I mean, read the sentence. It says one makes the physical
Yeah.
and one creates the
Yeah,
spiritual.
yeah.
So it's like, and we believe in one or the other. We believe in make or create. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
cool.
And so we're learning
Yeah,
not to denigrate what we make, but to gravitate to what we create.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
so do you have a short share, Charles and Jacob?
Yeah, just
Jacob,
a
did you want to read that?
yeah, just a short share. Just that
Okay.
we create the opportunity for the miracles to occur. And that's part of our creation, is to create the opportunity.
Cool.
And that's what the lessons too. We become the opportune moment for that occurrence to happen. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
And
And I'm telling you, I have to share this thing because it was, how Paul, and I love when Paula shares things from her life, and it's so helpful. Thank you, Paula. I've had recently, I've had some really, really amazingly stress producing experiences. And it's funny because I'm thinking it's happening to me. And it's not. He said, all things will come to you as you have asked, right? And the more upset I was getting, and the more, the more fearful I was getting, the more my world was showing me that. Like, in other words, calling this one line back many times and finally calling them and saying, we can't take any calls right now. You've got to call tomorrow. You've got to call tomorrow. That kind of thing. And then what happened was Jacob, we were talking and we saw that this is all things are lessons God would have me learn. I'm learning from this. I am not at the effect of it. I can be, but I'm going to choose not to be. Right? So again, today had the perfect scenario to have PayPal. I mean, all I have to do is say PayPal, and perfect scenario for something to reenact that whole frustrating business. And I know I'm going to see this differently. I'm going to open up to the possibility that this could be different and not a reenactment of what I've been going through. And the amazing thing, I tried to call and they said, we're not able to take calls today. So of course it's January 1st, and I can understand that. And I was doing some other things, and all of a sudden it said, here's a code, and you have 10 minutes to call this number and use this code. It was
yeah.
I called and I got somebody in PayPal in Arizona, and she was an angel, and she cleared things up. I got chills.
Yeah,
She
it was
cleared
cool.
things up beyond my imagination. So we are an integral part in our experience. Thanks, Paula, because
That's
you have shared so often. So I wanted to share that. I just wanted to share that. And so now, Jacob, look what I have for us. Do you want, I have it, I can put it on the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. This is magnificent, you guys. Thank you, Jacob, for bringing this to our attention. Would you read that for us now?
Okay. Yeah. This morning I asked AI. I've been leaning on AI more and more to speak about the new year. And this is what I got. A New Year's benediction in the spirit of Joel Goldsmith, who, if you haven't given that gift to yourself, you truly must. He was marvelous. Do not seek the new year as a promise of improvement, for spirit does not improve, it reveals. This moment is not a doorway into something better, but an awakening to what already is. The freedom has not been delayed by time, nor postponed by yesterday's mistakes. Let the year unfold without burden. Release the need to plan your way into peace. Stand quietly where you are and allow truth to announce itself. You are not entering a future. You are consenting to presence. Where the mind says become, let the heart rest in I am. Where fear measures days, let awareness recognize eternity. This year, practice nothing but recognition that life is living you, that love has never withdrawn, that grace requires no effort. Be still and let the new year discover you.
That's so cool. Jeez.
I love that.
That is, thanks,
Loved it a lot.
Jacob.
I
That
hope
is
you like
great.
it too.
That's
This
great.
will be, I'm going to put this in our YouTube channel when I upload this YouTube video. I'm going to, in the description, I will have this so that you can
Yes.
copy it and share it. Okay.
Really cool.
And I'll have the opening and closing prayers as well.
Cool. All right.
So, okay. So, all right.
Well,
So,
thank you everybody for your shares. Joy,
Mhm.
you gonna
Yeah.
you have a closing prayer, and then we'll do
yeah.
not benediction. Why was I thinking benediction? Oh, I know why. But
What?
you'll close with the prayer, and
Yeah.
then
What?
well, that is right. That's it. That's the ending.
That's it.
That's it.
folks.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all, folks.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Say goodnight, Gracie. Okay. So,
Gracie.
so we're going to do now is we'll close our eyes. Okay. Everyone close their eyes if you feel comfortable doing that. And imagine that we're holding hands. All of us are in a circle. We're standing in a circle and we're holding hands. And we feel that connection with one another. We share. The Course tells us we share oneself with one another and with our source. And there's that communion, that union, the connection. We feel it now. We chose to be with one another. There are no accidents. And I'm blessed. And so we pray, Holy Spirit, we thank you for the simplicity of truth and the certainty of love. We remember that miracles are expressions of love, freely given and freely received, joining minds and healing all belief in separation. We ask only to be willing to release fear, to accept correction, and to let miracles replace every call for love. As we leave this gathering, may our thoughts be gentle, our seeing kind, and our living a testimony that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. And together we affirm we choose love and miracles follow. And so it is. Amen.
That's beautiful.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Love everybody.
Happy New Year, all. Love you.
Thanks,
New Year.
everybody.
Happy New Year.
All right. Take
See you
care. We'll
next
see you all
week.
next Thursday. All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hey, love you.
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool, guys. That was a